So I want to talk about robots.txt. This is a server-side file for, I won't say restricting or preventing web bots from going through and reading all your files, but it's a guideline for web bots that come and try and read your content, such as Google bots. You want to be ranked on Google when people search for content. You can create a robots.txt file that is going to provide some guidelines to the Google bot to say, these are the folders that I want you to check, these are the folders that I don't want you to check, this is the content that's going to be frequently updated, and so on. So how do we do this? Well, it's a very, very simple file. If you just take a look here, this is an example robots.txt file. There's two commands, user agent and disallow. So put an asterisk here to say any bots that are coming to my website that are looking in the folders on the server, they're automatically going to ask for a file called robots.txt sitting at the root of your web folder. So whatever the root of your website is, whatever that root folder is, that's where this file should sit. Asterisk means any bot whatsoever, so regardless of what it's called, what its user agent name is, Googlebot or Googlebot-news, or there's hundreds of them. If you say asterisk here, it means that you're talking to all of them. Disallow, if you leave that blank, you're saying, hey, have at it. Scroll through the folders, take a look at whatever you want, follow all the links that are on side there, index everything, make copies of it, whatever you need to do. So with disallow, what you're going to specify is what are the folders, what are the files that you want to discourage people from looking at. Now, this isn't a security measure. You're not going to be preventing them from looking at these folders. You're just going to say, there you go, everybody, don't look at anything inside my root folder. So that's the whole website. You don't want things to be indexed by the robots. Or I can say, you know what, don't go into the folder called dist. That's one that I don't want you to look at. Or maybe that's going to be my image folder. I don't want you to look inside my image folder. And you can do multiple versions of this. You can enter different things, different folders for different user agents, list them all inside of here. But usually it's something like this. You're going to say, this is the folder I don't want you to look at, or these are the folders that I don't want you to look at. This is the branch that I don't want you to look at inside my website. So I have a markdown file here, which I will leave as a code just for you guys so you can take a look at that. That was the basic syntax I was showing you. Now there are some alternatives. Within your HTML file itself, you can add a meta tag. The name is robots, and the content can be something like no index, no follow. Here's all the possible values that we can use. If we say all, that's kind of like leaving it blank for the disallow. You're saying, yeah, have at it, do whatever you want. No index, don't index my content. No follow, don't follow the links that you find inside the web pages. On the page that I have this meta tag, if I say no follow, I'm saying on this page, whatever links I've got, don't bother following them. There's nothing useful for you there. No index is, if I've got links on this page and you follow them, that's fine, but don't count them towards whatever scoring mechanism you're currently using to rank things. If you say none, it's the same as saying both these two things together, no index and no follow. No archive means don't save it because the content's going to be updated frequently. No translate, don't bother trying to translate this. No image index, don't index the images that are found on this page. And unavailable after, so you can put a date inside there and say that whatever you're indexing on this page is only going to be good up until a certain point. So here's the date. So you can place that as a meta tag on your page, or individual links themselves. If you've got anchor tags, you can add these rel values. So no follow, no index, no image index, whatever it is that you want to do. The third way that you can do this is with HTTP headers. So if you're writing server-side code with PHP or Ruby, Node.js, Java, whatever language you're using to create the server-side code, or if you have an htaccess file, you can create headers. And the X robots tag is the name of the header that you create, and all these possible values are things that you can list inside there, and including the unavailable after one, where you would include a date following the text. I have some other references here, so if you're looking for a little bit more information about them, how Google handles them, how Mozilla handles them, and so on, these are some good references right here. And this list of bot agents, it's a little bit dated, but it gives you a good idea of what kind of bots are out there that could be looking at your content. All right, so one last thing to comment. Best practice, when you're saying disallow, don't put file names in here, put folder names. And then on the server you can disallow browsing. So in your htaccess file you can say that you do not want the contents of your folders to be listed. They have to provide an actual file name. That's a better way of protecting things. All right, any questions? Please leave them in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching.